It's the Shitcase Cinema.
Boy, have we got a vacation for you.
So quite recently people have been asking me to review newer or good films. Now I rarely review new or good films here on Shitcase Cinema, hence the title of Shitcase Cinema, but how about Westworld? I deem that to be good. I can guarantee about half of you out there won't have even heard of this film, and even less have seen it, and all I can say is, boy, are you missing out. Meet our two heroes, Peter and John, played by Richard Benjamin and James Brolin. Now they're off on an exciting all-inclusive holiday to a place called Westworld, where for $1,000 a day you can dress like a cowboy, carry a gun and stay in a crappy bed and breakfast with realistic baths of the time.
I'm paying $1,000 a day for this?
Good value, yeah? There are two other parks, Roman World and Medieval World, which make up Delos, but why go to those when you can go to Westworld? Now, in a nutshell, it's the vacation of the future. See, it says it right there, so it must be true. So you can live out your fantasies and do whatever you want to do. So if you want to play cowboys and shoot somebody, bang bang, you're dead, motherfucker, and it's fair game. If you want to be a king, there you go, bow down, peasants. Or if you want to walk around half naked in silly clothes, well, good, whatever. It's your prerogative. Oh, and here's the real kicker. Everyone is a robot, and there's only one way that you can tell.
Supposedly you really can't tell, except by looking at the hand.
Not be afraid of hurting anything or of hurting yourself.
They haven't perfected the hands yet.
The entire film throughout has a slow robotic pace, and all the camera angles are very machine-like in their simplistic movements, which works perfectly with the tone of the film. Maybe some people will find this too slow and dull by today's erratic pacing in movies, or say that the director was maybe brain dead. Not so, because the director is Michael Crichton, who also wrote the story of Westworld. You know, Crichton did Jurassic Park, Congo, Andromeda Strain, loads of other things. ER, if you liked that. So, there you go. So, Peter and John check into their holiday retreat and decide to scope out the town, which means just heading to the local bar to get drunk like stupid Brits going to Benidorm or something. Now, the thing with Westworld is it's done in serious tone, but there are elements of humour in there which bring you to like the characters more and more.
What about you?
Vodka martini on the rocks with a twist of lemon, very dry, please.
Just give them whiskey.
Now, naturally, if you're in a bar in a western, there's only one possible outcome before too long, and that's to have a gunfight, even if the guy you're picking fights with is Yul Brynner. Now, I'll comment on Brenner later on, but for now, let's just see him die. Look at that! It's better and more realistic wounds than the CGI bullet hits you get nowadays, and for a film released in 1973, it's way ahead of its time with its creativity and technology. Oh, he's a robot if you're wondering, like all the other gunslingers in the town. The snakes are robots, so when they bite you, you're not going to die. The horses are robots, dogs are robots, the staff are robots, the women are sadly robots, the houses are made of stone, I guess. So after a battle, the scientists of the park rock on up at night time and take away the robots to repair them. Looking at the film now, the technology is beyond dated, but as with anything, you have to look beyond that and accept it for what it is, and ultimately, so what if it looks dated? Everything gets dated over time, it's just normal. There really is a lot of great stuff in there, and speaking of great, let me address the gunslinger now. Now, he's the main villain in the film, but his role is very much like Arnie's in the first Terminator film, in that he appears very little and says very few words, but he's the main thing that sticks in your mind. Funnily enough, Terminator actually took some inspiration from Westworld, but there you go. Just a pointless fact. So, moving on, what else is there to do in Westworld, I hear you ask? How about shooting Yul Brynner again when he tries to sneak into your bedroom while you're shaving? Yeah, if you want to kill a bald-headed cowboy not once but twice, then this is the greatest theme park in the world. Oh, and killing him while wearing a towel around your waist makes you super badass too. Has anyone seen Bullet to the Head with Stallone? Well, he is a fight with a towel around his waist, but there's only one winner here, and it's Tashman. Stallone, you make me laugh. Every now and then you get to see the scientists discussing the malfunctions that are taking place, so as you can imagine, before too long they're getting worse before they go haywire and run amok. You know, this film really is the basis for Jurassic Park many years later. Michael Crichton just changed robotic cowboys for dinosaurs. Next fun thing to do in Westworld is do a jailbreak and shoot the sheriff, but hey, remember, it's just a theme park, nobody gets hurt, and it's a thrill. Yeah, well, I would expect a thrill, especially for $1,000 a day. Jesus Christ. Why can't humans be shot? Let James Brolin explain once again.
The gun has a sensing device. It won't fire at anything with high body temperature.
Know-it-all bastard. See, doesn't this want to make you become a cowboy in the Old West? Here's my look. Oh yeah. If this place really existed, I'd throw my $1,000 at them right now. So moving on, poor old Brolin gets his ass kicked by a snake. Go on lad, shake that rubber beast off, robot beast.
That's not supposed to happen. Maybe it is. Maybe it's part of the thing. The hell, goddamn machines anyway! That's not supposed to happen!
Boo-ger, stop moaning. Meanwhile, let's check out Medieval World. So say hello to this fella who's living it large and having a jolly good time when suddenly he's informed of a Black Knight coming to battle him. Again, this minor character, along with the new sheriff in Westworld, bring a slight pinch of light-heartedness to the film, but we'll catch up with these later on. Now here's my top 5 odd moments in Westworld. Number 1, why is Brolin, who's a fantastic actor I have to go on record as saying, seem bored or punch-drunk half of the time? I know his character has been to Westworld before, so you'd think he loved it in order to return a second time.
Why? It's like a joke.
Plus, he loves to stare at Peter all the time. Number 2, the hands seem like a really odd thing not to be able to perfect. Skin, eyes, voices, emotion, all top banana, but the hands? You shitty scientists. Number 3, Peter's tash is strangely hypnotic. Maybe that's what Brolin is always gazing at, wishing that he had one himself. Number 4, giving a robot water to drink kills them, but they can neck down spirits like it's water. Bad choice of words there, but hey ho. Number 5, the scientists don't know how the robots work, as some of them were made by robots.
In some cases, they've been designed by other computers. We don't know exactly how they work.
I've just said it and I'll say it again. You shitty scientists. Back with our main men now and they get into a bar brawl. Now I always thought bar brawls and westerns looked like so much fun when I was a kid, but then they are using foam tables to crash into. This lasts forever, mainly because it's shot in slow motion. Oh yeah, our heroes are laughing. Oh my god, James Brolin's shown another emotion apart from being miserable. I mean, look at this. It's really quite different to real scraps in bars with drunken idiots fighting over nothing. The magic of movies. Now, speaking of fighting, over in Medieval World, it's time for the greatest battle known to mankind, Tashman versus the Black Knight. Now, sadly, despite the efforts of the scientists to shut him down, he kills the guest, and as you can guess, this leads to the final act of the movie. So enter Yul Brynner again, no doubt wanting to get shot, but sadly for Brolin, this doesn't happen. Ah no. See, this is a bold move in films where you'll lose a main character out of the blue, and it's certainly played well to put you in their position of disbelief and shock as to what has happened. Plus it builds up the terror and tension as Brenner stalks poor old Peter for about 25 minutes now. It's relentless. There's no real kind of action as such, or explosions, or yada yada yada. It's very much like a horror film that Peter is being stalked by a silent, unstoppable force until he's killed. So at times you see the point of view of Brenner in pixelated glory as he hunts down our main man like he's on the walk of death. You see from his expression there that he needs a new pair of pants. Brenner can probably smell him from a mile away. Meanwhile, over in Roman World, people are fighting as well, so good. So without giving you a scene-by-scene rundown, I'll say that Brenner turns full-on Terminator-like thanks to acid to the face and being set on fire. And I'm just going to recommend that you seriously take the time to go and sit down and watch this film. So overall, Westworld is a fantastic film, not only for the time that it was made, but for what it's influenced since it came out. It's unique, it will make you shake your fist, it will make you jump, it will make you chuckle, it will give you a thrilling ride overall, just like it's meant to, because it's the best theme park in the world apparently. So the story's unique, like I said, you really get into the feel of it, and the final 30 minutes is just pure tension. It's really great, in no small part to the menacing music that plays. So I'm going to give Westworld a robotically solid 8.5 out of 10. Go check it out.
Boy, have we got a vacation for you, vacation for you, for you, for you, you.